Yes guys, welcome to the first video ever. In this video today we will break down Space Goods, one of the fastest growing wellness brands in Europe. I think everyone who is a little bit involved in the DTC space and follows the DTC space online really knows Space Goods, also from their founder Matt Kelly. In this video today we will go over what type of ads are they running for each awareness stage and how could they improve. So first of all, how does the online ecosystem of Space Goods looks like? For this video I didn't take into account Google because it isn't our expertise. We only took a look at their organic social, paid social, website, and that's it. So basically they have a few traffic sources. Organic social and paid social, and they send them to different landing pages. By using the tool Foreplay, I was able to see which were their most used landing pages, and as you can see 43% of all traffic gets been sent to this landing page. And then if you look at the landing page, they start with very clear product images. If you go through all the images, they tell the story of the whole product page, so someone doesn't need to read all the text and they can only read the images and know all the information that they need. Then in here you see that they have a no-brainer offer with a free mug, free whisk and a free spoon, and they also have a big discount when you buy multiple bags. Then in here they have some more social proof. They educate on why the product works. They remove all doubts with their guarantee, and then they have social proof here and over here, and they show why they are better than coffee. Then the other landing page will get 18%. It is a landing page for a new product, so we can see that already 20% or almost 20% of their traffic is being sent to their new product. And then as what we can see is that they also run 10% of their ads to the German page, or at least they send 10% of the traffic to the German page, and it's exactly or it's almost the same as the UK landing page. Then if we are looking at what type of content are they producing, and later on we will go to ads for every awareness phase. But if we look at what type of content are they using, Space Good uses a good variety of concepts to hit audiences in a different way. If you look at organic social, Space Good creates content specific for Instagram organic, like behind the scenes, which really helps them build that community because they create content specifically for that platform. Then if we look at what Space Good can do better with their organic social, is they can improve by involving more experts and influencers, showing that what the product has done for them, because they are now using UGC creators and using one expert, but by leveraging this more, they get way more social proof. Then if you look at the paid social, the us versus them, they bash the product their audience already uses and show a better alternative. We see this time and time again, that this is a very effective way of making people conscious of what they are using and that there is a better solution out there. So they don't really need to think, do I really need this product? Or then they are going to think, do I either need this or this? What is the better option? Price, quality for my body, what do I really need? So that's a very effective way of selling. Then if you look at their UGC, they produce a lot of UGC with a wide variety of creators types to target many personas. So for example, they use moms, they use girls, but they also use guys. They use guys from 25, but they also use dads from 45, 50 years old to really target those different personas. Other than that, and their Instagram organic, what they're doing by educating on the ingredients, they're highlighting one ingredient at a time. It's a very good thing because these are your real fans. They want to know more about what is really in your product and why does it work. Then with education on the ingredients in ads, they could improve by asking experts to break down their formula. Now they're telling most of themselves or either a UGC creator, but it's way more powerful if you have someone with authority talking about your product and why it's better than others. Then the statics and infographics, what they do really well is they use carousel formats to keep them reading more in the post, and that everything is still very clear and easy understandable. Then if you look at their aesthetics for their ads, what they could do is they could iterate more by showing stats of customers who use their product for more social proof. For example, you see it all the time. 92% of customers say they have more energy since using this product. 80% say they sleep better since using this product. Those type of statics could also work well for social proof. Then their founder-led content. They don't use that many founder ads anymore. I recommend implementing telling about the mission for generating top of funnel sales. These are both ads that run for a very, very long time, but I don't see that many new founder ads coming from them anymore. While I think they have a pretty good story, especially with Matt also being very open on the internet about his emotions and stuff, and he could really leverage that in their ads as well. Then besides that, they're also running high production. They're also creating some expert-led content, but not that much. They run podcast-style content, for example, taste tests and people telling about their experiences, but also more top-of-funnel concepts, like explaining how this helps not getting any brain fog anymore. Then they also use some whitelisting ads. I didn't find any third-party pages. It could be my bad. Well, what I would recommend for them is to set up some third-party pages themselves, for example, Health Magazine, and from there they can run their ads. So their ads even blend in the feed more. So they can, for example, have their third-party page named Health Magazine, and then they can have ads like Health Magazine, 99% of UK people struggle with brain fog, this is the only solution, and then going to an advertorial explaining why this is the solution, why this works. This hasn't been a funnel I have seen for Space Goods, and it is something I think it's worth testing. Okay, then we go to the awareness stages. As you can see, Space Goods runs 272 ads, and a big chunk of that are video ads. A little bit less than 70% of all their ads are video ads at this moment. When we go to the unaware stage, what we see is that they have a very strong mix of founder-led and bold cultural hooks like big pharma narratives and educational storytelling to engage unaware audiences. Most of their UGC style videos are a little bit less than 2 minutes. I would call it maybe even mini VSLs on which they are more educating first and after that showing the problem and then going over to the solution. A small swing I would do here is you thought this was normal hooks. For example, if you wake up tired even after 8 hours of sleep, that's not normal, and then educating about why we think it's normal and why it isn't, and then we can introduce the product as well. Then some big swings, we can do some more concepts around hustle culture, more the modern burnouts, dopamine detoxing, because these are all very popular topics at the moment. I think they would be very good to lean into. And what we can also do is more like a skits format in which you, for example, have the burnout manager who describes symptoms of being burned out and then or brain fog, and then we can introduce Space Good as the solution. Then when we go to the problem aware stage, at this stage it's mostly very, very short videos, and most of the time Space Goods leads with the outcome instead of a problem. I think they have tested it very well in the past, and also most of their videos don't go really deep into the problem. It's mostly just naming it and then the solution and then some benefits. But I think we could go even deeper into why the problem really matters. Some small swings I would do here is extend problem tension by opening with a relatable pain point and agitate it a bit more before showing the fix, and also test more specific outcomes. For example, stop doom scrolling after 8 p.m. For the first time in months, instead of just, hey, I got my energy back. For example, in this video I did talk about hitting a new PR. That's very specific, that's very good. I would test more of those type of hooks. Then what you can also do is you can develop more new concepts, like street interviews, asking people about their problems around brain fog, and then showing Space Good as a solution, why to blend in more in the feed, and to speak to another audience again that watches different type of content. Then on the solution aware stage, here they already, this is a very big part of their marketing, especially in the beginning, where they go into coffee, energy drinks, and compare themselves to them. What I would do here is two things. I would test comparisons behind coffee and energy drinks, for example, productivity apps and ashwagandha supplements or gummies, to move away a little bit more from coffee and test out, hey, are there some other angles that we can go after as well? And then what we can also do here is lead more with customer-led breakup narratives. So for example, I quit energy drinks 2 months ago, I quit drinking coffee 2 months ago, you name it. And then going into why Space Goods is the better solution. Then in the product aware stage, in this stage, Space Goods does a very strong job of backing up their product credibility. They show a lot of social proof, show why it works, ingredient breakdowns. The small things, the small swings I would make here is to use the product more often in the hook of the video, because people are already familiar with the product and we want to get the product recognized immediately. And then some big swings, you could also test more with fast-paced testimonial mashups, stick together multiple user quotes around, okay, how they feel after drinking it. So for example, more energy, sharper at work, better in meetings, get a promotion, you name it. And then you can also do more, for example, ingredient-led content. So for example, did you know lion's mane, and then what the outcome of lion's mane is, and then how Space Goods only use the best type of lion's mane, etc. Then we go to most aware. They do a very good job here. What they're doing here is they create a lot of variations as well. UGC as images, static and UGC images. They, for example, created this images with a lot of different type of post-its, and basically they're doing very good here. I would only make some small swings or iterations on this. So for example, place the sticky notes on different objects. So for example, on your coffee mug or on your laptop screen with Space Goods besides it, on your counter. Everywhere where you can think of, you can create some iterations of putting the post-it in there. Then you can also take this sticky note concept into the wild. You can, for example, write everything on the mirror. You can write the discounts on the fridge. You can write it on planners. You can be very wild with it. Then big swings, what you can do is you can do a sticky note concept meets UGC, stitch clips of different users holding the product with custom offer notes, and make it like a viral chain, make it feel like a viral chain. And then the last thing what you can do is you can do a more like a countdown based content. So for example, last 24 hours to claim this, and you can, for example, create UGC videos around this as it is in the morning, and then someone is getting a message last 24 hours, oh yeah, I need to order this, and then they are just, for example, ordering this. So this is my first video ever. If you have feedback, please send me the feedback. I'm very curious what you think. I'm very curious, is this helpful for you? I will also link the document below. I will also make sure to leave a foreplay link with all the videos where you can find the videos of Space Goods where I talked about in this breakdown. And yeah, let me know if you have any further questions. Bye.